Hey, Zane Griggs here. Did you know that we actually create antioxidants and free radicals within ourselves many times as a result of our diets? Okay. Now, I'm sure you knew we could take in antioxidants, but I'm not talking about that they're present in the food you're eating. I mean actually create them, generate them from within the cell as a part of metabolic function. So you may. Okay, I think I'm back. Are we back? Okay, good. So as I was saying, we can create the antioxidants from within our cells. Now I'm not talking about some that you eat or that you take in as a form of a supplement, but you actually create them because of your diet. Now I was watching this video. I'm not a PhD or an MD, but I do listen to a lot of them and read their work basically. And so I was listening to watching this video on YouTube between Joseph Mercola, who most of you are familiar with. He's an MD, all over the internet talking about healthy eating, basically healing yourself through your lifestyle. And Dominic D'Agostino, who is a researcher at the University of South Florida, primarily focused on the ketogenic diet and supplementing ketones for fuel and eating obviously a very low carb diet to get into ketosis. And they were talking about the benefits of ketosis and even mixing in some hyperbaric, so high oxygen environment for treating cancer, which is really like most diseases a result of inflammation. Alzheimer's, diabetes, heart disease, all resulting from I think metabolic sources in many cases. So the metabolic sources would be creating free radicals within those cells that are causing damage. Now, free radical, if you don't know, is basically like a molecule that's missing an electron, and it's running around trying to steal electron from other molecules within the cell. And that stealing of the electrons causes damage to the cell, and it also creates a domino effect. So basically, you steal one from that one, and then that one goes and tries to steal another electron. So it creates this electron-stealing domino effect that creates damage within our cells. Now, what we probably didn't realize, what most of us didn't realize, I didn't until I saw this, was that we actually create antioxidants as a result of carbohydrate metabolism. So when we're metabolizing glucose, so that's how our body turns sugar or starch into glucose, we're metabolizing glucose. Free radicals are just a natural byproduct. I mean, they just occur. And of course, the more glucose you eat, the more free radicals or damaging molecules you're going to create as a byproduct of the metabolism of that glucose. So it's just part of it. When you're eating a lot of glucose, you're creating free radicals. Now, what's also interesting is that a ketogenic diet or super low carb diet, to the point that you're not processing carbs, you're burning primarily fat and maybe even creating ketones for fuel, or if you're supplementing with ketones, metabolizing ketones and fat does not cause a byproduct of free radicals. The opposite, actually, it can create the byproduct of antioxidants. One in particular is glutathione that you may have heard of. So some people take glutathione treatments when they're looking for more of a natural treatment, fighting cancer or some other immune-based disease. That's going to boost your immune system because it's an antioxidant that's going to, this is what antioxidants do. They basically give electrons to the free radicals. So the free radicals running around trying to steal electrons, it actually gives one to that free radical, so it stops running around causing damage, and it stops that domino effect. So that's how antioxidants and free radicals sort of balance each other. If you have enough antioxidants to balance out your free radicals, then you stop that process. You have less damage to your cells. Now, it happens to us all as part of aging. It's just aging, okay? But we can speed up or slow down that process based on our diet. So we are going to eat some glucose. Glucose is going to enter our diet. However, the more time apparently we spend in a very low-carb, ketogenic state, very fat-burning state, okay, the more free radicals we can offset, okay, the more antioxidants we're going to create naturally within the cell to stop that damage and slow down the aging process. So that was kind of involved, but maybe you understand that, there may be times of glucose intake and glucose metabolism, but you want to balance that or even counterbalance it and offset it maybe to a greater degree with times of ketogenic diet, very, very low carb dieting, where you're burning primarily fat and allowing your body to take a break from creating free radicals and actually create more antioxidants. So if you felt value from this, if you haven't already, feel free to like my page. And you may want to check out the video. It's on YouTube. It's Dr. Mercola and Dom D'Agostino from University of South Florida. It's a long video, gets very sciencey, but it's worth checking out. They go on some rabbit trails, some tangents that are quite interesting, I thought, as far as new approaches, natural approaches to disease. But very interesting, very sciencey, but I found it fascinating. So anyway, feel free to comment below. Happy to try to answer the questions. Again, not a PhD here. Not a PhD, but I'll do my best. Talk to you later.